So Mark, as promised from our first episode of Game Worn Jackets, we're going to Red's Corner now, and you're going to show us all your favorite team's jackets.
Yeah, these will be Reds jackets only. We're going to save the jerseys for later.
Okay.
But in terms of jackets, it doesn't get a whole lot better than this. Big heavy wool jacket, a little bit of moth bites on the front, which is pretty common with these things.
Right.
I try to hold out for them in perfect condition, but sometimes you just got to grab what you can, and that was the case here. This is a 1940 championship season. Beautiful big chenille Reds logo. Just a classic design.
Beautiful. It looks like a number on the corner.
It's number 2, which was Hank Gowdy. He was a great player in his day and a coach with the 1940 Reds.
Wow.
So this is a coach's jacket that he would have worn in the dugout through all those World Series. And
like the Spawn jacket, it's got the brown leather sleeves.
it's very similar to the Warren Spahn jacket. Probably once white or off-white, and they've kind of browned over time. That's just the nature of it. They all do that.
It looks cool though.
And of course the primary logo being on the back, like the Warren Spahn jacket, same kind of thing.
That is a classic.
Yeah, absolute classic.
Mr. Red.
That's the logo I fell in love with as a little kid. I was just old enough to experience the original Mr. Red logo, and there he is in all his glory. It's a beautiful early 60s jacket. It's got the leather appointments to the pocket. It's got the beautiful matching collar, cuffs, and waist. Patriotic looking gem. Blank on the back. Endearing design to that happy Mr. Red, the old-time baseball look. Now this jacket was worn by Sam Mele, M-E-L-E. Was a very good player, had a nice career for quite a few teams, and then went on to become a manager. But this was his jacket as a player. It's a favorite, that's for sure.
I can understand why. Well, I'm not saying it's not a nice jacket, but it's a pretty straight up red jacket.
It's straight up red. Nothing on the front, nothing on the back.
Oh, look at that.
But it is the jacket of Pete Rose.
Heard of him.
Early 60s Reds jacket. It's a windbreaker. If you collected Topps cards from the 1960s, you've seen these windbreakers underneath the jersey. And it's crazy. I don't know why they did it, but this is Pete Rose's jacket as authenticated by Dave Grobe, who is the #1 authenticator and a specialist on Red stuff. But he signed it Pete Rose, Hit King.
The Hit King, and that must be what, his career hits?
Yeah, 42, 56 career hits, and he signed it 1963 Reds, which is first year.
Okay, so the jacket's from 63, but he signed it clearly after he was retired?
Oh yeah, he would have signed this probably within the last 20 years at some point. This is his jacket from 1963 when he broke in. It might have been the only year that he wore a jacket like this underneath the jersey.
So you said there's something special on the inside here too, right?
Yeah, the jacket isn't as plain as generic as you might think, because...
Oh, look at that.
Number 14, Cincinnati Reds, Ink.
Oh, 14. Love it. Now that's looking a little closer to the era when I lived in Cincinnati, the big red machine.
Yeah, this would be that time frame. This is definitely a 1970s jacket, kind of lightweight, not a windbreaker, a little more substantial, and worn by Joe Morgan.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is the jacket style that I associate with the Big Red Machine. How many times did you see Sparky Anderson make his way out to the mound and avoid stepping on the chalk line? And this one was worn by Little Joe. Got his number in the collar, and I got it from Mears, which is kind of the utmost authority on these things.
How cool is that? And Joe Morgan actually wore that jacket.
Yeah, Joe Morgan wore this one. It's pretty diminutive in size and thankfully lighter weight because my shoulder's getting tired.
You know, with some of these, sometimes simpler is better too.
Yeah, I think simplicity really works for the Reds. They have such a classic, clean logo.
It's one of those storied organizations that doesn't need to change or get fancy.
Yeah.
Like the Yankees.
That's how I view it too. They don't need to make a whole lot of changes.
Number 8, Little Joe.
Diminutive Joe.
Okay, still keeping it simple, but with the classic logo, huh?
Classic logo. The Reds used this full collar in the later part of the 70s and early 80s. Still has the snaps up front. It's still a Wilson garment, size 46, so this was for a bigger man, Tom Seaver.
Tom Terrific himself.
Yeah. Now, I consider this one to be just outside of the Big Red Machine years, but still one of the greatest pitchers of all time, no doubt. Had some really good years with the Reds in addition to the Mets.
Yeah.
Blank on the back. He signed it, put his number on there. Good old number 41. So it's a favorite, like I say every time, but I do love this one.
Well, now there's a different look altogether.
Yeah, it's not really truly a jacket, but I wanted to lump it in with the jacket segment because it's a warm-up jacket worn by Barry Larkin.
Oh!
Yeah, great Hall of Fame shortstop Barry Larkin wore this. You can see that it's really been used a lot. This came in a group lot from Leland's, and most of them were no-name players, but it did include Larkin, and I think it kind of went under the radar. It's pretty cool. It's the more recent Reds logo, where they really emphasize the black. But you still have the classic wishbone C. It's a really super lightweight item, and it's made by Majestic, much more modern manufacturer than the ones we've shown you before.
Number 11, Barry Larkin.
Yeah, probably the best shortstop the Reds have ever had.
I know a Concepcion, I'm going to argue with that.
Yeah, you could argue it. You could argue. One's a Hall of Famer, one should be a Hall of Famer.
I agree. Well, Mark, thanks for sharing Reds Corner and these beautiful Reds jackets.
Oh, sure thing. I'm so happy to show them off. It's a labor of love, as you can tell, and I really enjoy sharing it with everybody.
Well, we love seeing them. Thanks.
Thank you.